What up, your boy Superman? Today I want to talk about is Japan racist? Okay, let's get into it. The first thing incident I want to talk about, I got from this article, which I'll probably link below. It has more than just one story, but this story in particular ring a bell with me. Anyways, this guy has been here for 23 years. I think he's a national. National means that he switched his actual citizenship to Japanese, so he's considered Japanese even though he might have been born somewhere else. Anyways, he went to a restaurant with a friend to get coffee. They sat down, they talked, they waited, and the waitress never came. Eventually, one of them, got up and found the waitress like, "Oh, excuse me, like we're ready to order." And she was just like, "No gaijin, no gaijin." Can you imagine how rude that would be? So this guy was taken aback, and he was very, fuming, frustrated over it. And that's just one story he mentioned. This too happened to me, but it wasn't in a restaurant. It was, I was out one night in Wakayama, and I saw one guy. It was like no one else on the street, so I was gonna ask this guy like what time it is, and he like walked into like a bar or something. So I was like, okay, I'll walk to the bar and I'll ask them. It's not that hard. Ima nanji desu ka? So I walked to the bar, and then everyone in the bar stopped, and they all looked at me, and I'm like, like when the record stops and goes grrr, and everyone just look at you like you just did something horribly wrong. It was like that. Anyways, so they're like, "No gaijin allowed," and I was just like, "Oh, okay," and I just left. I wasn't like angry, but I was very surprised that it still happened, especially in Wakayama. Like Okinawa, I can see why. Okinawa and the military base been fighting for 40 years, whatever. But I've heard stories from Tokyo, I've heard stories from Hokkaido, and I'm pretty sure there's definitely stories in Kumamoto, because no matter how far country you get, the discrimination usually goes up. For example, there was one guy, I think I did this and talked about this before, black dude was with two white buddies. So I didn't want to make this necessarily about race, because I want to make it very sweepingly clear that Japanese, if they discriminate, it's against foreigners as a whole, okay? I've actually had one of my, white buddies say to me, "Now I know what it is to feel like a black man," which made me laugh, because like he's never been discriminated in his whole life until he came to Japan. So, anyways, this video is not about race. Like they treat blacks worse than white type of deal. It's more like, is Japan racist? And that was the idea. I was presenting evidence to you. Tell me what you think. Okay, is it just ignorance, lack of culture? Are they just that xenophobic? They just don't know about other countries around the world? Because Japan really is into Japan. You have no idea. So anyways, black dude goes with two of his white friends to some kind of coffee shop. The owner lets the white dudes in. The black guy, he's like, no. Sorry, I don't like black people. He says it very clearly. The guy got pissed. He went home, got his, Japanese wife, brought her. She talked to the guy. He said the same thing. They said, okay. They went, hired a lawyer, sued this guy, and they got money. The end. So that was one case where, someone got, sued over, racism in Japan. Because there's not like tons of laws, but there are laws becoming more in effect and in place in Japan to help, foreigners. It's just very difficult sometimes to get that help, Even though the U.S. helped write the Japanese Constitution, and it states very clearly in the Constitution that all people in Japan shall be, treated equally. So it doesn't matter if you're Japanese or not Japanese, we're still equal. That's how it's supposed to be. Japanese put themselves above us. Period. So I'm not saying that's right or wrong. It's their country, right? So you can kind of do whatever you want in your own house. So anyways, I've talked about housing before. Let's just start with workplace environment, okay? Like you're applying for a job, right? In America, usually it's kind of based on the information, your previous job history. It's all, what you write down. There's no picture. right? In Japan, you have to put your picture, okay? So if you're truly worried about, like, I don't know, your color, maybe your hair is crazy, I don't know, even your age, because ageism is a true, very active, it's like literally ingrained into the Japanese government. Ageism is a part of Japan, okay? So if you come here like 50 thinking you're gonna just jump into teaching and they're gonna love you, you're gonna find yourself mistaken. They want younger, better looking little teachers. It's that's a whole nother video. Ageism is here to stay. It's a part of Asian culture all around Asia. Back to what I was saying. So yeah, they can see your photo on your resume and they can actively discriminate against you in the workplace, you know? So if they want foreigners that are all from the Philippines, they can look there and see, oh, this person's from the Philippines, I want to hire her. Because they know that some nationalities will accept lower wages. You know, like for me, example, I will accept no less than 2,500 because that right now is the min standard, right? But Filipinos also speak English and they might accept 2,000 or less. So they might start preferring to hire Filipinos to teach English to their kids just because they'll work for cheaper. Or people from India. They've been doing that too. Anyways, I've talked about housing. So in housing, they actively discriminate. So it depends on your nationality, like literally. I would say Chinese and Korean is the most hated. All the rest get discriminated against too, but it just depends on who the owner is. That's just a given. So anything else? Oh, I just want to talk about the last one is half-foods, because being half in Japan, you know, like you have half Japanese bloodline, right? And you'd think you'd be treated a little bit better just because you're kind of like a cousin, you're related to them, you know? But they too are treated like foreigner. They're treated like gaijin, and they have similar gaijin problems, you know? Can you imagine being raised in Japan, being different, and being told your whole life that you're not Japanese? You're not Japanese. Like, even though they're part Japanese, and it doesn't even matter. Okay, that's it for this video. My goal was to present evidence to you and let you decide for yourself if, in fact, Japan is racist and to what degree. And also to inform you of just some of the situations that do occur here and might occur here, okay? There's one more small thing I left out. It's about the legal system here, okay? I'm gonna make a new video about the legal system, but just understand, as a foreigner, you have like zero rights in the legal system. So never get in trouble here, okay? I'll tell you why in the next video. Anyways, if you liked the video, thumbs up, comment if you have any ideas, or just share your thoughts with me. Alright, peace, till next time.